Good morning, good morning. Here we are, week 1 of period 8, talking about the P&L this week. We've got it up on the board again. Another really great week. Sales growth was at 6.5% for the week. We did $95,866 in sales. That's up over $90,500 in change prior year. That's $5,000 or so in sales growth. If we're growing sales in that $5,000 a week range, every week we're going to hit our numbers and do a great job. Beer sales, $1,495. That's 1.6%. Again, that's right in line, on trend with what we've been doing for a very long time. 1.6% sales on beer. Beer COGS, cost of goods, $362. That is 24.2% of beer sold. Wine sales is $2,897, 3% of all beverage sales. The wine cost of goods, $891. For 30%, wine COGS, coffee sales, $1,275. Our coffee COGS, however, $860 in coffee usage this week, which is 67% of our coffee sold. So I'm not sure if we maybe missed an invoice or what's going on there. We got to dig into that number a little bit and figure out what's going on. Because 67% cost of goods on coffee is really, really high. $9,075 non-alc sales, 9.5%. $2,822 in non-alc cost of goods, 32%. Again, that's trending right, kind of in line with where we've been. We think this non-alc sales number can go up quite a bit while maintaining our cost of goods number, essentially because of the bag-and-box soda being so inexpensive. Food sales, $90,000 in food sales. That's 94% of all our sales. Again, that's very much in line with what we've been doing in terms of food sales. That's, again, we've talked about the last couple of weeks. We'd love to see beverage sales grow in relation to food sales, so that food sales aren't 95% of all those sales we're doing. Continue to grow sales on the top line at this, these top 6 rows of the chart. But we're happy to do $90,000 in food sales. That's great. $3,300 in dairy cost of goods, 4%. That's right in line with where we want to be. Grocery cost of goods is way up this week. We're not sure. $7,939. Again, like I said, that's up. That's 9.6%. Traditionally, we see that number somewhere down closer to 8%. So that's up quite a bit. And then meat cost of goods, $6,248. Again, that's higher than we normally see it at 7.6%. Normally, we're used to seeing that number in the high 5s, low 6s. Again, so something's going on with those two numbers. Caleb did a really great job digging into numbers and trying to figure out what's going on. We think potentially grocery may have something to do with a lot of cookies being made on Tuesday before the inventory, and a lot of chocolate chips and flour and vanilla and all those things that count as grocery, being prep food, that we don't count prep food when we do inventory. Produce cost of goods, $5,068, 6% of sales. Again, that's kind of trending right in line. Usually, 5.5% is really low. 6% is the high line of that, but we're still kind of in line with where we want to be. Total cost of goods for food, $25,932, 27%. We want that number to be 26.5% or lower. So obviously that number is high for what we want this week. Paper goods cost this week at $1,108, 1.2%. Looks awesome. That is down last week, last period. I think that number was at 1.4. We saw it as high as 1.8 last week or last period. So seeing it at 1.2 feels good. Cost of goods is a total, like I said, 27% is up. Partner wages, $4,765. That's 5%. Service wages, $4,165, 4.3%. That's a little lower than we want. We'd love to see that number grow up around 5%, like I said 2 weeks ago. Our culinary labor, $14,903 is really quite high. We'd love to see that number be around 14% of sales. It's 15.6% of sales. That number at 14% is something like $13,400, something like that, doing some rough math. Taxes and benefits, we've got a vacation on the books this week, 343 on taxes and benefits this week. That's 0.4% of sales. That's what you'll see on the 4-week P&L when we get stuff in taxes and benefits. Typically speaking, it's listing vacation pay. So vacation pay doesn't come out of culinary or service wages, whatever line that lands on. It comes off of taxes and benefits. And then workforce, total 25.2% to $24,181. Again, that's a red number because we're high on the kitchen line. The kitchen line is almost double in total dollars. So in terms of the weighted average, it's significantly more valuable than partner wages and service wages. So when that number gets high, this number gets high really quickly. And then our guest relations right at 1%, $939. Feels really, really good. I think that that guest relations line right about 1% is where we want to be. So great job there, making sure that we're taking care of guests and being generous and doing it in a way that's responsible and taking care of the rest of the P&L. 6.5% sales growth is great. Top line sales are really, really strong. This week we're coming off the same week last year was like $96,000 in sales. We're projected about $96,000 in sales, so we're not looking at really growing sales this week. However, in weeks 3 and week 4, we're really trying to attack sales growth and try and grow that top line across the course of the period and keep pace with what we did in period 7, which was great at 5%. So that is the end of this. I'm going to make a separate video to post up there to talk about the bonus program and how that's going to look and what that looks like and how it works. So look for that link as well in the same message that you get through Hot Schedules, and we'll get going on that right now. Thanks, guys.